Hey everybody, Muck on the market, riding solo again. Um, all ideas and opinions on here are mine alone. Um, Trade on them, trade against them. Do whatever you want at your own risk. Not my risk, not my fault. Um, Today was a good day. You know, an interesting day to say the least. Um, you know, did pretty good on my TVIX short, but unfortunately covered far too early on that. Um, but I am one to do that. I will never be first in a trade. I'll never be last out of a trade. I kind of will get in when I feel right and get out when I feel right. So I mean, I do leave stuff on the table, and I'm not 100% worried about that. It's just my strategy. It's just how I roll. Um, let's see. Added some Comcast 32 puts today. I don't have a strong opinion on that. Also, added to my GE $12 put position. Added to my FOX Fox $40 calls. Down, I'm up on Comcast, down on GE, down on Fox. So just kind of averaging into that position, but they are longer dated, so not really worried about time decay on that right now. Went long some Starbucks, IPG into the close. Both of those are earning plays. So, that's the move that I made on those. And Starbucks, you beat and was in line. So I feel like tomorrow, I mean, we're going to see something. I did. If you follow my Twitter yesterday, I did puss out on going long CMG calls. Chipotle just didn't really want to risk that much of my capital on them. I mean, I would have been super in the money, but sometimes you just fail, and it's not always your fault. Sometimes your risk habits get the better of yourself, and that's what it is. You can't always be right, and it's when you're wrong, it's knowing when you are wrong, and handling that position, and making the right plays. Most of the time, I mean, on the GE puts, I think I'm wrong right now, but like I said, I have time, and I don't think it's breaking 14, and easily $11 to $12 is where I think it can go. I don't think it's going to break 15. It's just not where I feel it. I think there's still a lot of worry in that company, and buying calls that are under 10 cents, or buying puts that are under 10 cents is worth it for me. That might not be everyone's risk ratio, and do what makes you feel right. As I said, I'm down on them, so apparently other people feel like I'm an idiot, which a lot of people feel that way. They consider Muck just a giant tool, which is fine. I like a counterbalance trade, and I like when people question why I'm doing what I'm doing. TVIX was fun today. I think it's still a good play to trade on the up and down side. I thought if anyone watched CNBC, I know some of you guys do. Some of you guys think it's a joke. I personally watch, and I'm on both sides. The whatever stock draft they didn't do a snake draft. So, I mean, instantly in my mind, it's not a real draft. But that was pretty funny to watch and see, what got picked and where it got picked. I do find it fantastic that the person who owns a large percentage of plated picked Blue Apron. That's funny to me. It's not really that hard for plated to go out and buy Blue Apron and make that call amazing. That's, I don't know. I feel like that might have not should have been allowed, but hey, whatever. It's just my opinion, and they can make the rules of the game. To see GE get picked was very shocking. It made me want to short more. For someone to have that faith in that, I was just like, wow. The rest of them were what they are, all high flyers. Hey, let's pick a stock that's gone up 50 to 75% or higher this year, and so hope it goes higher. I don't. That's not my strategy. I think it's funny, but once again, I mean, are they really stock pickers on that thing, or are they just bobbleheads? It's to each their own. It wouldn't have been something that I would have done, and if I had done it, I would have probably been buying companies that have underperformed, not overperformed. Once again, that's just who I am. I like to bet on the underdogs, and I know a lot of you out there are going to be like, well, then why don't you want a long GE? I like to bet on the underdogs that don't have flaws in how they do everything, and they don't have massive cash burns, don't have liquidity issues with a capital company that they own. So that's where I'm at on the underdog situation. But I think I mean, that's just just kind of just my opinion on that. I think it could be, I could be wrong. I mean, I'm often wrong about a lot of things, so you never really know. It's an interesting position I'm putting myself in, putting it out there. I think GE has a lot more issues than a lot of people want to admit. But when it comes to polarizing stocks like Tesla and GE, you get you don't get a lot of people in the middle on it. You either love it or hate it. Intel crushed today. Love Intel, loved it for a long time. Would love to see maybe, and maybe just hoping, I would love to see an AMD Intel merger. I think that could help out both sides. I think it would give Intel a lot more exposure to the crypto mining world, and help AMD out with gaming platforms and everything else, and be a big rival to NVIDIA. Amazon, we all know Amazon beat dramatically. I mean, the Amazon beat was insane. I don't remember a company doing that, 163 or 192 and then dropping, a 3 handle on what they actually came out with. Phenomenal. Way to go. It shows that they're not just, burning money, and it's not all about books anymore. It's about web services, and, it's about people loving the product. I mean, I think you saw that in the $100 million, the 100 million number they put out for Prime subscriptions. That's staggering in and of itself too. So, you got to think, is there something, more? What are they going to do with the money? Are they going to start, putting a lot more of it back to work? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Same thing with Apple. I would like to see Apple do something with all the money, and I would like to see something other than a buyback. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if they massively increase the dividend or do like a special dividend, not gonna lie, I own a stock for the family trust for myself all across the board. I'd be super happy about it. But I think they can do more with it. I think there's companies out there that they can look to acquire and maybe try to innovate something new other than the iPhone. I mean, I'm not an iPhone user. I'm a Google user. Everything in my life is around Google. But I also know that a lot of people are based solely around, the Apple ecosystem. I just would love for them to go out and maybe do something extraordinary with that money. Because not to fault anyone there, I just feel like they've become less extraordinary ever since ever since Steve Jobs left. He's probably not the, he's the hard driver, and he knew what he wanted. He knew what he wanted, and he pushes people to get that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I would love something. Just give me something out there that is not a buyback, a dividend, a special dividend. Show me that you really want to innovate. Maybe buy a company that a lot of people haven't heard about, other than in the Silicon Valley area, that could be a massive disruptor. I think that could be a game changer. I also think there's a lot of industries left that, Apple could innovate in. I think people are undercounting the wearables. Josh Lifton came out, CNBC ran, let him talk forever. And I just don't feel like he's got the full story. I feel like there's more to the story, but, sometimes you got to be an Apple bear because it's cool. And that's how it goes. It's been a fun day to watch the Bitcoin and the crypto world. But I think tomorrow is going to be a great day. I mean, Amazon's going to take off. We all know that. Intel's going to lead. Fang is going to come back and lead again. And, let's just see what happens to TVIX. I mean, VXX and all that stuff is going to be fun to trade those again, because you're going to have up days, you're going to have down days. And you, at least right now with the companies that are reporting, you can, maybe go into the morning with a certain position and then reverse that position midday and into the close, and hope that you're right. And like today, if you were short TVIX, you could cover. Maybe you got long TVIX when the market tried to sell off a little bit, then reshorted it, and you're looking good now on a short TVIX position with what should happen tomorrow. I mean, another massive rally is in the works, but I could be wrong. I'm totally fine to be massively wrong on this position. As you guys can tell, Bob is not here today. He is apparently still unloading his massive Costco run. Bob's got kids, guys. He's got to feed them. He's got to take care of them because, he has a lot of kids. So, when you go to a Costco run, sometimes it takes all day. But, we'll see how that goes. I did, put out an open invitation for people to come on. A lot of people are just busy today. I kind of didn't really give a lot of people notice. My bad. But let's see what else is going on in the world. I mean, looking at one of my portfolios, everything's up on the day. Chesapeake is still kind of just hanging in there. I think, that's still a fun name to trade for the nat gas play. Let's talk about a play that I've just been getting brutally beaten up on. It's a company called GSVC. It's a venture capitalist firm. I went quite heavy on it in a lot of my accounts because I'm an idiot. You know, their number 1 position was in Spotify, and their number 4 position was in Dropbox. And, you know, I was hoping they'd, you know, start dumping and it would turn around. I thought it would get over $10. It did nothing but approach $10 and then proceed to turn around and crash all the way to $6.60. You know, sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. I like the kind of thesis around that company, and thought that if the IPOs did well, they would, you know, people would realize that, you know, what the companies disclosed their ownership position was in, you know, would help pop that company like maybe $14 a share. And they didn't. So also, it's a small floated company, and yeah, people could have just taken the other side of me because, you know, I didn't fully do my homework on it. I just read like 3 or 4 research papers and then looked at their holdings and made my decision off that. And I'll be the first one to tell all you guys that when you don't do your homework, you have 2 choices. You can do your homework and not get the lube handy, or you cannot do your homework and, you know, hope to God you have lube handy. You know, it's not the best thing because you know, the less homework you do, the more you're about to get fucked. And I mean, we all traded off our gut, except for I put this as a portfolio position and not off my gut, and, you know, paid the price on it. And it looks like my Starbucks position is getting murdered right now too. So that's always fun. I guess it's not doing so hot aftermarket. Oh no, it's not. And dropped all the way down to 57.20. It's rallying back. So yeah, let's hope they have a good conference call and knock that back up to the 60s. Probably not going to happen. It's going to be a hope trade for me on there, at least until I can get flat in the morning. Ouch. But that's what happens. Like I said, that's what happens when you play the earnings report game. You know, you either hit it right or you don't. And if you do, you're a happy camper. If you don't, hey, you know, as long as you like the position and you didn't get a bad fill, you can always work around it. So that's what I'm gonna have to do tomorrow. I am incredibly excited for that, as you all can tell. But you win them, you lose them. You should have traded Chipotle. That's what I always say. I like to reach out to No Alpha All Beta. He's been making me laugh while I've been doing this with his memes of me on here. I would like to say that I don't look like Ricky Bobby, but, you know, you never know. You know, I think I have more of a square, you know, sexy face. I think Will Ferrell and Ricky Bobby have more of a rounded, chubby face. So, you know, that's what that is. But also Costco stock. Let's talk about Costco stock. I was down on Costco stock at one point, where I was long puts and made some good money on that. You know, I think it really can bounce off this, you know, 195. It's, you know, the middle of the Bollinger Band number. I think it bounces off 195.28. We're like under it on after hours, but, you know, if it breaks to 195, I mean, it looks like you're going to be in for some pain. If it can hold 195, I mean, I think you can get 196, you know, 197 in there. But it has to hold that, you know, medium Bollinger Band for me. You know, it has some moving averages above it, but not a lot. Like, it has a 9-day moving average above it on my thing. So it's not like, I think it, you know, if it holds a 95, I think you can get, you know, like 2 more points from here. which I mean is honestly not a lot in a stock that expensive. But hey, who knows? I don't know. The 200-day. I mean, 193.61. I mean, yeah. If it breaks 95, I mean, of course that's gonna get. I mean, it's gonna go either the 200-day or to the bottom Bollinger, and the bottom Bollinger is 193.87. So, I mean, yeah, you're looking for support. Because let's be honest, if it breaks in 195, 193.87 is not going to hold it. So you're looking at, the 193.61 as being your lifeline. If it breaks that 200, we all know what happens once you break below the 200. It becomes a new resistance. So you're looking for a lot more pain right there. So if you did want to trade it, that'd be a great stop to get out. Or if you wanted to get, really froggy with it, it'd be a great place to put a reverse stop, or as I call it a reverse stop. Essentially, you're selling double of what you're long, so you get short on it. But that's where it is. I'm getting fixed feeds now from no alpha, and he's showing me the numbers. I think I'm right on the number. I should be right on that 200. 193.61. Am I not right on that? That's what I got on my chart. We use the same system. I had I'm not doing it. I'm just doing a 200 on the close, no roll. But like I said, I could be wrong. He might be off. I might be off by like a couple pennies on that one. Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying is, yes, if it holds the 195, you think it could be going a lot higher. I agree. I wouldn't, if it holds at 195, can you see 200? Can you see 199? Possibly. I mean, if it holds at 195, I think the shot of it going to at least 197 is better than 70-30. Also, who's ready for the draft? I'm ready for the draft, not the CNBC stock draft. I'm ready for the NFL draft and just kind of want to see who falls. I don't think a lot of these quarterbacks are good. I don't think Sam Darnold's good at all. It's just my opinion. I don't think USC quarterbacks have ever been worth a damn after Carson Palmer. But that's just my opinion. I feel Rosen. Actually, if I had a choice, if I had the Browns, I would take Baker Mayfield. I think that we've seen that with Deshaun Watson and some other guys, that if you're a winner, you're a winner. And you can lead your team. And then that's my thing. I think you should pick winners. Guys who know how to win, guys who, crave to win. That's what I like, especially in the quarterback. Josh Allen scares me because I guess he has all the physical attributes and stuff like that, but come on, he was a Wyoming quarterback, and when has Wyoming ever been good? So I don't feel like I went to UNLV, so we saw Wyoming a lot, but UNLV sucks at football, and if you had to play UNLV twice in a season, and your hardest competition is Reno and San Diego State, is that competition? I don't feel it. At least Rosen played big time schools. At least, Sam Darnold, for as much as I think he's a below average quarterback, played big time schools. So, that's where Baker Mayfield played big time schools. Mason Rudolph didn't really play big time schools, and that's kind of where it comes down on the line of what I see. But once again, what do I know? Not a lot. I'm not Mel Kiper. I never want to be Mel Kiper. I mean, honestly, that's probably the best job of all time, is to just scout college guys and have fun and get to do mock drafts all day. I mean, I'm a nerd, so really make me happy. What else? Trying to think of what else I did today. Not a lot. Just kind of hung out. You know, on in a market like this on green days, I tend not to do as much as I do on red days. I feel like red days you can get more sell-offs. Companies that you don't agree with getting sold down, along with the rest of the market, is nice for me. It's you know what I like. But other than that, it was not really much of a busy day for me. You know, I just had a leisurely day and, you know, trying to do life. Jacob Wall, you're a fucking idiot. And I wish someone would prove that you are the fraud that all of us know you are. Would be nice, you know, but it's probably never going to happen because, you know, Donald Trump's his buddy. And, you know, it's just sad. Makes me sad. Makes my heart hurt. On that note, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully I can line up some guests so you guys don't have to just listen to me ramble. And I know you guys like it when there's more people in. So we'll do our best, set up something. I'll start reaching out to people tonight and see what everyone wants to do. We'll go from there, guys. You know, it's been an amazing time. Like I said, we're trying to rebuild back from the ashes of once was a daily show. You know, we're trying to build that back. I know everyone kind of missed it. I know I missed it, and you know, this is so much fun for me. I say I you know a lot. I'm working on that, working on my ums, but you know, it's fun, and this has really brought like a shining light, you know, doing this again to the people involved with it, and gonna work on getting more people involved on it, more shows. You know, feedback's always welcome. So with that said, guys, have a great night. Maybe I'll see if I can get people on to do a late night show. If not, we'll do something on Friday. Hopefully have more of a fun house vibe, get like 3 or 4 people in, you know, talk about life, love, stock market, Forex market, you know, futures market, grain, cattle, whatever you guys want to talk about. You know, if I haven't traded it, at least, you know, I can listen and learn new things along with everyone else. So that's why I say we're all open to having a good time, and it's good to be back. So thank you guys all for the support, and we'll see you tomorrow.